Hello and good morning. So, thank you so much for joining me this morning. So, today I'm going to guide you through quite a short practice just so we can start working through some quite slow and gentle movements to wake us up, and then building into a really short flow just to start to bring some energy into the body. If you have a block handy, that will be really good. And then when you're ready, I'll meet you on your mat. So starting in a kneeling position on the mat today, coming into supported heroes pose. So we'll take the block and place it underneath the sit bones, taking your knees about hips width apart and having the tops of the feet down towards the mat. And just taking your hands wherever feels comfortable for you and just closing down the eyes here. And just taking a moment to settle down, allowing yourself to be present in this space. And really using this morning's practice to tap into how you are feeling today. And when we practice in the morning, we can embark upon a truly honest path of inquiry about really how we feel. So we've had no hurdles of the day, we're starting afresh. So just checking in here, maybe taking one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest, and then gently start to deepen the breath. So inhaling, feeling the belly inflate, the ribs expand, the chest rise. And as you exhale, the chest lowers, the ribs contract, the belly releases. Let's take a couple rounds of this deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then gently start to blink open the eyes, placing your hands just down onto your lap and removing the block. You can keep it there if you like, or just placing it over to one side. So just coming into a kneeling or any comfortable seated position for you. So starting to draw the chin towards the chest, feeling that nice stretch through the back of the neck. And then gently take the right ear to right shoulder, taking this half neck circle. Inhale it here and exhale back to center. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale back to center. Just take a couple rounds of this movement. So you might need to move a little bit slower this morning. So everything might feel a little bit tight, a little bit sticky as we just start to work slowly into the space. And then the next time that your right ear is towards your right shoulder, keeping it there, start to extend the left fingertips out long. So they can be hovering or they can be down towards the ground. Just feeling that nice stretch through the left side of the neck. See if you can send your breath into this space. And then turn your chin towards your right shoulder. So you're gazing down towards your armpit and feel that really nice stretch all the way through the back of the neck. One more breath here. And then release it off, draw chin back to center. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, left ear to left shoulder, holding here. Taking the right fingertips, hovering them off the mat or placing them down to the ground. Again, breathing into this side of the neck. It should feel really nice first thing in the morning. And taking your chin down towards your shoulder, gazing down. Feeling that nice juicy stretch opening through the back of the neck. One more breath. Nice, take it all the way back to center and then roll the chin all the way up. Interlacing the hands, inhale, reach them up high, stretching overhead, really opening like you're having a big yawn this morning. Maybe sending those fingertips, those arms a little bit further back if you can, really finding that openness through the upper back. And then drawing your hands to prayer, draw them down towards your heart center, exhale. As you inhale, cactus the arms open through the chest, so really feel like you're lifting up and out of that upper back, just gentle movements. And then as you exhale, really round through the spine, touching towards the chest, arms reach in front of you and feel like you're hugging a really big beach ball. Feeling that really nice stretch all the way down the shoulders through the upper back. And we'll take that one more time. So interlace hands, inhale, they reach overhead. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. Inhale, cactus, open through that upper back, shine the chest up to the sky. Then exhale, chin to chest, really rounding forward, holding here. Breathing into that upper back. And then inhale to release all the way back to center. Take the left hand over towards the right knee. The right hand comes behind the right sit bone. Inhale, draw crown of the head to the sky. And as you exhale, taking a really gentle twist this morning. So maybe just taking it a little bit softer than you usually would. Just giving your body time to wake up, to release. Final breath. And take it all the way back to center. This time right crosses over left. Left hand comes behind left sit bone. Inhale, lift and lengthen crown of the head. Exhale, soften into that twist. Maybe taking the gaze behind you if that feels nice. But again, just being really mindful here. Final breath here. And then take it all the way back to center and starting to move onto our all fours into our tabletop position. So padding down through the hands, tucking under the toes this morning in our all fours. So shoulders over wrists, hips are over knees. And just finding that nice stretch through the toes as well here. Just take a moment to settle in here, maybe moving the wrists from side to side, bending into the elbows, spreading wide through fingertips. Maybe the fingertips can come all the way round to face the knees. If not, do not worry, just feeling into where feels right for you today and just sending a little bit of openness towards those wrists. And take them all the way back round if you've took that option to face the top of the mat. Taking a couple cat-cows here. So inhale, tailbone rises, the belly lowers, the chest reaches through, gaze to the sky. As you exhale, tuck under the tailbone, push through your upper back, gaze to your belly. And taking a couple rounds of this cat-cow. Starting to really connect your breath to your movement here. If you have Ujjayi breath in your practice, feel free to take this now. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then staying here if you want to, maybe shifting the knees back and just taking a couple barrel rolls. So this can be really nice in the morning, just to get into each little bit of the body. So taking it in a little bit more of a dynamic movement that can really suit how you feel today. Reversing the direction. Maybe just stretching out side to side. Nice, and take it all the way back to center. From here, tuck under the toes, send the sit bones back towards the heels, reach the fingertip forward, take an active child pose, tent up onto the fingertips. Feel that engagement through the shoulders here. Feel the grounding as you stretch and lengthen the body forward. And place the palms down onto the mat. Lift the knees, extend the sit bones high. We're in our first Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, but keeping a really generous bend in the knees here this morning. So just really softening into it. Maybe you want to pedal the legs from side to side. Maybe this feels too intense and you wish to take a child's pose instead. Maybe taking this pedaling through the legs, maybe even come up all the way onto the very tips of the toes here, so you get this nice toe stretch as you work through the back body. Couple more breaths here, shaking yes and no, maybe through the head, through the neck. Lifting up through the tailbone, navel to spine, and then take the gaze between your hands. Tiptoe the feet towards the wrist, keep the feet hips distance. Generous bend in the knees and melt the body forward here. Nice. So keeping the hands here are options to take your ragdoll, holding opposite elbow, gently swaying from side to side. Feeling super heavy in the upper body, let it melt down. Maybe you can send your breath into your back body to allow it to open a little bit more. And then release the hands, tuck chin towards the chest, keeping the knees bent as you roll the spine all the way up to standing. Head comes up last of all. Inhale, shoulders towards the ears, and exhale, really roll them down the back. Nice. Let's take one more of those. Inhale. Exhale, roll shoulder blades down the back. Really nice. Standing at the top of your mat, feet hips distance. Inhale, the arms reach high into the sky. The right hand holds onto the left wrist. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, drawing up and over to take that side body stretch here. Breathing into this left side body, keeping grounded through that left foot. And then release back to center, left hand holds right, inhale. And exhale, stretch it over to the left, nice. Really breathing into this space today. And come all the way back to center. And then hands come to heart center. Taking your feet towards the top of the mat if you haven't already. Big toes together, heels slightly apart or feet hips distance apart. Wherever feels best for you. Taking a couple rounds of Surya Namaskar A just to awaken the body here. So inhale, arms reach up high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, keeping a bend in the knee if you need, folding all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, take the hands to shins, gaze forward, lengthen through that spine. As you exhale, bend the knees, step back to your plank pose. And then hold in here for a moment. And then lower down through knees. The belly drops, the spine arches as you lower the chest and chin to the mat, and hold in here for a moment, keeping toes tucked. Find that energy and engagement that you need to hold your body in this space. One more breath. And then release the toes, lower the hips, melt the ribs down towards the mat, coming all the way down. Just taking a moment here. Hands are underneath your shoulders, pushing down through tops of the feet. Roll shoulder blades down the back as you inhale, baby cobra, head is last. And exhale, ripple down. Nice. Staying here, taking your feet to the width of the mat here. And interlacing your hands behind your back. Keeping a bend in the elbows, the hands are at the sacrum. Again, pushing down through tops of the feet. We'll lift and lower through the upper body here, grounding down through the feet for 3 counts. So inhale, prepare. As you exhale, engage through the core. Same thing, peel up through that body. As you rise, maybe you want to straighten through those arms to lift you higher. And then release it all the way down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to take it up. Finding that engagement, engaging the glutes. And then roll it down one more time. Inhale. And exhale peels you up. Releasing all the way down. Release the hands. Take your hands back underneath your shoulders. This time roll all the way up. Taking a higher cobra or keeping it low if that feels better. But keeping a bend in the elbows. Taking a breath here, and as you exhale, take your gaze over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Tuck under the toes. Lift it all the way back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And keeping a bend in those knees if you need to this morning. Just taking a couple breaths here. Engaging belly to spine, lifting the sit bone high into the sky. And take the gaze forward. You can either walk, step or take a small hop to the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold you down. Inhale to rise all the way up over Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Here we'll take one more round. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, fingertips to mat or hands to the shins, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, flatten the hands, step back to your plank pose. Holding here for a moment. Pushing away through those shoulder blades, engaging through the core. And then lower down through knees, chest and chin. This time sweep it all the way forward into your cobra. Lift and peel into the chest, low cobra or high cobra. And exhale, push it back, downward facing dog, amazing. Couple breaths here. Settling into the body. And from your downward facing dog, we're going to ripple forward to plank. So as you inhale, rise to the tiptoes, wave the body forward, take it to your high plank. Exhale, ripples you all the way back, downward dog, 2 more. Inhale, ripples you forward. Exhale, take it back, keep engaging that navel to spine, 1 more, inhale. And then exhale, take it back, nice. Take a nice releasing breath, inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth. Nice. Grounding down through the left foot. Inhale, take the right leg to the sky, but keeping that left leg a little bit softer today. Start to bend that right foot towards right glute. And open out that hip. Yes, that should feel nice and juicy. Maybe just take a few circles with that hip here. Moving all that synovial fluid around the joint. Maybe even giving your ankle a little circle. And then take it all the way back. 3-leg dog. Inhale. As you exhale, take the right foot to the outside of the right hand, coming into lizard lunge. So options to stay up onto the hands, or options to lower that back knee, protecting it with the mat if you need to. And just breathing into that space. Settling in here. Really feeling that nice opening of the hips. And from lizard lunge, pivot that back foot 45 degrees. So it's like you're coming into your warrior two, but we're staying grounded. Here might be enough for you, but if you want to walk in those hands diagonally away from you and allow that head to just drop down towards the mat. So coming into this softer variation of humble warrior. Really drawing the right hip back if you can, feeling strong through the thighs. And from here, walking the hands all the way back and start to walk them round towards the left hand side. So we're coming into a wide-legged stance here. And from here, keeping it fluid, start to just bend into each side of the body. So these can be really small. And connecting that breath to movement. Nice. Come back to center. Walk your hands all the way back round. Pivot the feet so they both face the front of the mat. Step that left foot in a little bit, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale. You can use your blocks here either side if you need a little bit of space. Keeping a bend in the front knee if you need. And then exhale, start to draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Maybe the chest melts down towards that leg. And just breathe in here for a moment, opening up that hamstring, the outer hip. One more breath here. And then plant the hands down. Ground down through the hands, lift up through the belly, push away through shoulders and see if you can step that right foot back to downward facing dog. Nice. Give it a little wiggle, a little shake here. Releasing sigh if you need. And then just taking the same on the other side. So ground down through right foot, inhale, left leg reaches high to the sky. Keeping a bend in the right leg. And then open up that left hip, 3-leg split hip dog opener. Circling that hip round in either direction. Getting everything moving here. Maybe circling the ankle joint too. And then take it all the way back, 3-leg dog, inhale. As you exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, coming into your lizard lunge left side, and just settling in here. So again, option to drop that back knee if you need to, or maybe you want to just explore and find a nice little bit of movement here today. And grounding down through those hands, pivot that back foot like you're coming into warrior two. Drawing everything into center line here might be enough, or maybe walking fingertips out towards the right. And breathing into this space, feeling that deep, juicy hip stretch. One more breath. And walking your hands all the way round towards the right, so you're coming back to that wide-legged stance here. And then just starting to take that alternate side bend. If it feels nice for you, you might want to start to lift the toes towards the sky. So you're coming into a little bit of a feel for your Skandasana. Don't worry, we're not going to go fully into that today. One more breath. Come back to center. And walk your hands all the way round back to the top of the mat. Pivot the feet to face the front of the mat. Step the back foot in a little. Maybe even take it out to the side, feeling a bit more space. And come onto the ball of the back foot. Keeping a bend in the left leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, allow your body to surrender and fall forward here. Couple breaths here. See if you can send that left hip slightly back in space. And then ground down through the hands. Really push and protract the shoulders, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Amazing, amazing. Pedaling it out here. And take the gaze in between the hands. We're going to make our way down to seated now. So option to just step through to seated, or maybe you want to just have a little hop down towards your seat on your mat. And then coming into a tiny bit of core work just to really wake us up. So coming into Navasana boat pose. So if this feels a bit much for you this morning, you can just lean back, take your fingertips, maybe even keeping toes on the mat or lifting the feet up parallel. If you want a bit more spice, then come in taking your hands either side, holding on to underneath your thighs or even extending the legs up. Just taking a couple breaths here. Engaging through that core. Nice. 2 more breaths, you got this. Feeling strong, 1 more breath. And then wherever you are, lowering down with control, all the way down towards the mat, holding at the bottom just for a second. And then release it down. Nice. Then taking your feet just in line with the hips, seeing if you can touch your heels from here. So just coming into a bridge pose, just to open everything up through the upper body and build that little bit of energy through our back bends. So placing palms down beside you. As you inhale, ground down through the feet, squeeze the thighs together. Engage the glutes and then start to lift those hips up to the sky. Nice, breathe in here. You can stay here or you might want to interlace the hands and just roll the shoulders underneath here. Just to give yourself a little bit more of an opening. Breathe in here, feeling that energy just filling you up now. Getting you ready for the day. Final breath. Then releasing the hands, untucking the shoulders and gently rolling the spine all the way back down towards the mat. Take your feet out to either corner of the mat and just windscreen wipe the legs from side to side. Just releasing out any tension. Coming back to that breath, maybe even slowing it down. And come back to center. And draw your knees up towards your chest, flexing through your feet. You're going to take a final pose of happy baby. So feet are flexed up to the sky. You can either take the thighs, the calves, the ankles, or maybe you can hold on to the outside edges of the feet. And really feel this nice opening here, taking a gentle rock from side to side. And seeing if you can really lengthen through that spine and grounding that tailbone down to the mat. And then draw it all the way back to center. Take your hands underneath your knees. And we'll just rock back and forward 3 times until we arrive back at the top of our mat. So coming into any seated position that feels most comfortable for you. So you might want to take the same hero pose we took at the start, or just maybe coming into a cross-legged position. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth. And then gently just closing down the eyes here. Just take a moment to feel that space for you to create whatever you desire in your day. We'll seal this practice with 3 really releasing breaths. So taking your deepest, fullest inhale through the nose. Exhale, releasing sigh through the mouth. Nice, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it all out. Final one, the biggest one yet. Inhale. Then exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Taking your hands to your heart center in Anjali Mudra prayer. Bowing your head towards your hands in honor of yourself, in honor of your practice. Take your thumbs to your third eye center and we'll all bow down to say namaste. Namaste. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you are feeling quite nice and prepped and ready for your day. And I hope you have a lovely day and I wish to see you very soon. Bye-bye.